Hello everybody and welcome to Manchester Explorer. I'm currently located on the west side along the pedestrian rail trail. And if you're unfamiliar with the rail trail systems, this railway used to head west as it went through Goffstown, it went through Ware and ended in Henniker. And it also branched off in a section that ended in the center of New Boston, New Hampshire. And the reason why I want to film this is there's an interesting story here. As the original trestle that we're gonna be cycling over was originally constructed in 1850. It was called the North Ware Bridge, or train trestle. And it was destroyed during, there was a massive flood here during, I believe it was 1936. There was a lot of melt off for the snow and it probably rained at the same time. So the Merrimack was heavily flooded. It went over the banks, it flooded many of these neighborhoods that are around us right now. And there's not much information about this bridge, but I did manage to find 3 or 4 pictures about it and some really vague information about it. So let's go check it out. It's obviously been converted into it was rebuilt after it got destroyed, and it's, you know, the railway system faded away and it's been converted into a pedestrian bridge, which is what it is now. But here's the first picture right here, and it's depicting, hold on, let me get around this traffic first. But yeah, here's the first picture, and as you can see, the top of the bridge was once wooden, and you can see the railroad tracks, you know, in the middle of it. And keep in mind of the wood, as there's remnants of the 1850s bridge in this river on the right, which I will show you at the end of this video. And in that picture, it shows someone took a picture of the water rising, as I think the person had a hunch that the bridge was gonna get damaged. But I also have 3 other pictures that show the west side portion of this bridge as it got destroyed. You know, I follow various Facebook Manchester history, you know, web pages or sites, whatever you call it, and nobody seems to have the right information about this, so I decided to make a video about it and actually look into it. And I'll be honest, I didn't really know the detailed history about it until about 2 hours ago when I looked it up. It was a little bit of a task to find these pictures, but I'm about to show you one of them, which was taken right about here. Again, this is the bridge that replaced the one that was destroyed, and here's the picture. And as you can see, the west side portion of the bridge it got washed away. But if you notice, you can see the original pylons. You can see through those through the shrubs and the trees and whatnot. But the original pylons were granite, and they formed concrete on top of the granite. But there's also a second picture taken from a little further away that kind of shows the same thing. I'm hoping I didn't get my pictures mixed up or reversed, but I'm pretty sure I got this right. You know, it was taken, you know, kind of like right here, but as you can see, half of the bridge was destroyed. It just fell into the river, and a lot of it was actually carried away. And I'll show you the next picture, which is of the Queen City Bridge, where a lot of the remnants from that bridge ended up. They got caught up in the pylons. The pylons on this bridge it's not a very detailed picture, but if you look closely, you can see a debris pile right in the middle of the river. And like I said, after I show you this picture, I'll show you the remnants of the bridge that fell into the Merrimack River, as it's still present, which is kind of neat. It's cool to see an 1850s bridge that's, you know, still somewhat existing. It's another beautiful day in New Hampshire, another 70-degree day, and you know, in November, it's kind of cool. Cool. I was worried there'd be homeless people here. There's a couple tents down there, but oh well, they're not going to bother me. But I made a video about this place also, if you want to check it out. But the other picture was kind of taken right about here. I was trying to find an open spot. Let's just say right about here. And here's the picture. And I'll zoom in where you can see the debris pile that was carried down here from the North Ware Bridge. As you can imagine, that current was incredibly strong that day. Well, anyway, let's go check out the bridge that's still in the water. And here's the remnants of the North Ware Bridge that was constructed in 1850. And like I said, it fell during the flood of 1936. And it's still clearly visible as the water is fairly low right now, but it's slowly being buried in the sand. And at the beginning of the video where I mentioned to remember the wooden platform, as you can see, there's still some remnants of it right there. And you can see where, you know, all the metal was cut with metal torches. And you can notice how far the river actually swept this down, as the current was really strong, as you know, that bridge used to sit exactly where this was, as the current pushed it that far. That's a lot of weight. So that current was really strong during that period. That was a massive flood. But anyways, I thought I'd show you guys this if anybody was ever curious about the history about this pile of scrap metal that's still sitting within the Merrimack River. Well, anyways, please like and subscribe, and have a good day.